Hello and welcome to an overview of economic substance regulation reporting requirements. I'm joined by a resident expert on the subject, Keerthi, to help us understand the filing requirements of companies under economic substance regulations. So Keerthi, tell me, who should be reporting under ESR and when?
Sure, David. First of all, thank you for having me on this podcast. All UAE licensees with relevant activities must report under economic substance reporting regulations. The ESR requirement is annual and to be submitted on Ministry of Finance portal for the financial year starting 1st January 2019. The reporting deadlines are within 6 months from the end of the financial year for the notification, and thereafter we would also be required to submit economic substance report within another 6 months, or in other words, within 1 year from the end of the financial year. So, for example, for a company with a financial year 1st January 2020 to 31st December 2020, will have the reporting deadlines as 30th June 2021 and 31st December 2021. And the reports we submit on the Ministry of Finance portal evidence the fact that the companies have economic substance to operate in the UAE.
Okay, so I understand that most companies, admittedly not all of them, have a financial year end of the 31st of December 2020. What are the reporting requirements for those companies whose year end is not the 31st of December?
Sure, David. For those companies who do not have the financial year end as 31st December 2020, they will have to compute the reporting deadlines as we have discussed earlier. And for the benefit of everyone, we have computed reporting deadlines for various financial years and shared on screen.
I can see from the table you've prepared that it's a logical sequence for filing for companies with different financial year ends. But what about a company that's just set up, for example?
For them, it depends on the first financial year they chose to have. They can have a first financial year as minimum as 6 months and as maximum as 18 months. So, for example, for a company that is set up in October 2019 and that chose to end the financial year in December 2020, will have the reporting deadlines as 30th June 2021 and 31st December 2021.
I see. How about a company is not planning to renew its license or decided to liquidate?
Licensees will be subject to ESR as long as the company continues to exist. So even if the company is under liquidation, if the company is conducting a relevant activity during the financial year 2020, they would be required to submit the notification and the reporting requirements.
Okay, so what is it that we can do to support companies that may be conducting relevant activity?
So we have a detailed questionnaire and diagnostic report that examines all possible interactions with the relevant activities. And with the help of this tool, we can recommend governance practices, outsourcing activities, for example, non-executive directors, with a view to strengthen the outcome of any economic substance test. And of course, we can take away the burden of submitting the notification and the report online through Ministry of Finance portal for them.
Well, thank you very much, Keerthi. That's been very insightful and helpful indeed. So if any of our listeners are very keen to understand how we can help them further with the ESR, we're only too happy to help. So until next time, thank you very much and goodbye.
Yeah, thank you.